1. In this my relation of the merciful working of God upon my soul, it will not be amiss if in the first place I do in a few words give you a hint of my pedigree and manner of bringing up, that thereby the goodness and bounty of God towards me may be the more advanced and magnified before the sons of men. 2. For my descent, then, it was, as is well known by many, of a low and inconsiderable generation, my father's house being of that rank that is meanest and most despised of all the families in the land. Wherefore I have not here, as others, to boast of noble blood, or of any high-born state, according to the flesh, though, all things considered, I magnify the heavenly Majesty, for that by this door he brought me into the world, to partake of the grace and life that is in Christ by the gospel. 3. But yet, notwithstanding the meanness and inconsiderableness of my parents, it pleased God to put into their hearts, to put me to school, to learn both to read and write, the which I also attained, according to the rate of other poor men's children. Though, to my shame, I confess I did soon lose what I had learned, even almost utterly, and that long before the Lord did work his gracious work of conversion upon my soul. 4. As for my own natural life, for the time that I was without God in the world, it was, indeed, according to the course of this world and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 2. It was my delight to be taken captive by the devil at his will. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 26. Being filled with all unrighteousness, the which did also so strongly work, and put forth itself, both in my heart and life, that I had but few equals, both for cursing, swearing, lying, and blaspheming the holy name of God. 5. Yea, so settled and rooted was I in these things, that they became as a second nature to me, the which, as I have also with soberness considered since, did so offend the Lord, that even in my childhood he did scare and affrighten me with fearful dreams, and did terrify me with fearful visions. For often, after I have spent this and the other day in sin, I have in my bed been greatly afflicted, while asleep, with the apprehensions of devils and wicked spirits, who still, as I then thought, laboured to draw me away with them, of which I could never be rid. 6. Also I should, at these years, be greatly afflicted and troubled with the thoughts of the fearful torments of hellfire, still fearing that it would be my lot to be found at last among those devils and hellish fiends, who are there bound down with the chains and bonds of darkness, unto the judgment of the great day. 7. These things, I say, when I was but a child, but 9 or 10 years old, did so distress my soul, that then in the midst of my many sports and childish vanities, amidst my vain companions, I was often much cast down, and afflicted in my mind therewith. Yet could I not let go my sins. Yea, I was also then so overcome with despair of life and heaven, that I should often wish either that there had been no hell, or that I had been a devil, supposing they were only tormentors, that if it must needs be that I went thither, I might be rather a tormentor than be tormented myself.